Are you new to the Instant Pot, afraid to use it? I've got some super easy dinner recipes that are perfect for beginners. Hey guys, my name is Vanessa and I love my Instant Pot. Yes, I am an Instant Pot lover, so much that I own 2. But that is not the number of recipes I am sharing with you today. I have 3 dinner recipes that are super easy, perfect for beginners. So let's get right into them. Easiest meal first, and I'm gonna show you guys an optional step. This is totally optional. The main part is just making the spaghetti super quick, but I have my Instant Pot already on saute, and in here I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of onion diced, and 1 teaspoon of garlic. And I am just going to saute this for maybe about 5 minutes, just letting the onion and the garlic really infuse together and letting that onion get nice and tender. Now that my onions are tender, I've got my 1 pound of ground beef. I'm using an extra lean ground beef, so there's not gonna be a lot of grease after the fact. I did also, every time I cook ground beef, I add onion powder and garlic powder. I just kind of sprinkle it over the top. So that is in here as well, and I am just going to, still on the saute function, brown up my ground beef. I have turned my pot off. The meat is completely cooked through. And now I am adding in 2 cups of water and a 24-ounce jar of spaghetti sauce. You can use whatever kind you want. Also, what I like to do so I get all the yummy spaghetti sauce out of this glass jar is I just use a little bit of water, go around the top. That's how full it got, and I'm just gonna pour that in as well. All right, next up I have 12 ounces of spaghetti noodles that I have broken into thirds. I just set them in there, and then I'm just going to press them down so they are completely covered. You are not going to stir anything up together, you know, the water, the spaghetti sauce, any of that. You're just going to put your noodles in, and then I'm gonna just move them around just a little bit to make sure I can get them all pressed under the liquid so they're completely covered. Okay, so I've got everything set up. Now remember, the ground beef, onion, that stuff is completely optional. If you just want plain old spaghetti, no meat, anything like that, you're just going to put your spaghetti sauce, your water, and your noodles in here, and that's it. So now we are going to close the lid, make sure it is sealing, and we are going to cook it on manual, which is high pressure, for 10 minutes. Okay, timer is done, and now we are going to release the pressure. Pressure is completely released. Let's get this lid off. Smells good. I'm going to now, I call this my spaghetti spoon because I really only use this when I'm cooking noodles. So I'm gonna give this a good stir, mix it up, but those noodles look so good, just how I like them. Definitely easiest way to cook spaghetti, you guys. I love it. Top it with a little Parmesan cheese and you're set to go. Second easy dinner, we are making sesame chicken. So in my Instant Pot, all I have is 1 pound of chicken that has been cut up into little bite-sized pieces. And now we're going to make the sauce that we're just gonna pour over this chicken. For the sauce, you need 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 teaspoon of rice wine vinegar, and 1 teaspoon of minced ginger. I'm just gonna use a whisk and mix all of these sauce ingredients up. Once you've got your sauce all mixed up, you are just going to pour it over your chicken. Then you're gonna mix your chicken up in there just to make sure that everything is covered. All the sauce is over all of the chicken. Now we're gonna get our lid on, make sure it is sealing, and we're going to hit manual. If you do not have a manual button, you're just gonna do high pressure. That's all manual means. It's automatically going to high pressure. And we are going to cook it for 8 minutes. Okay, time is up and we are going to release the pressure. Okay, pressure is released, so now we can take off our lid. I'm gonna turn my Instant Pot off and I'm going to put it on saute. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up just to make sure. Yeah, the chicken is nice and cooked through. That's just the Instant Pot saying that it's hot enough and the saute is on. Now in here I have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 3 tablespoons of water all mixed together. And I am adding this in and we're gonna saute for about 2 minutes just because we want this sauce to really thicken up. Okay, the sauce has definitely thickened up. Everything is ready and I'm gonna show you guys how I am plating it up. We are serving this with broccoli and pot stickers, but under here I just have some basmati rice. I put the chicken on top and then I have some sesame seeds and freshly sliced green onion. And this is so good. Okay, last but certainly not least, I'm really excited about this. I actually have never cooked ribs in the Instant Pot before, so this is gonna be a first for both of us. But a lot of you keep requesting that I do ribs, and my oldest daughter absolutely loves ribs. Whenever we go out at a restaurant, if she's not getting a bacon burger, she's getting some ribs. So she's really excited, and hopefully these turn out just scrumptious. So I have a rack of ribs. I actually cut them into thirds. I already seasoned them with just some salt and pepper, and I just figured this is gonna be the easiest way to fit them in my Instant Pot. So speaking of the Instant Pot, I have a trivet in there. Now I am just going to add 1 cup of apple juice. So no water. This is gonna be my liquid for my pot to come to pressure. And now I am just going to set my ribs right on top of the trivet here in the pot. All right, ribs are in there sitting on the trivet. So now we are going to place our lid, make sure it is sealing. And I'm gonna press manual. If you guys don't have a manual button, it's just high pressure. And I'm gonna go all the way up to 35 minutes. All right, time is up. And now I'm going to release the pressure. Okay, I have moved my Instant Pot over to my stove because there is one more step. Still super easy. So let's take this lid off. Okay guys, so the top one is done. So I'm gonna continue on and finish up the top one, and then I'll just have these for leftovers. But I think it's just because the original recipe that I'm using and the fact that I've never cooked ribs before, I wasn't sure on the size. So these are obviously a little big for cooking all 3 of them at once for 35 minutes. So I still have the liquid in there, and they're still seasoned and all that. So I'm going to put my lid back on and cook these for, I think I'm just gonna do 15 minutes because they are almost all the way done. And I think these are the thicker pieces. These ones were a little thinner. So I'm gonna cook these for 15 minutes more just so you guys know that 35 minutes wasn't enough for the whole entire rack of ribs. But now, while those are cooking, like I said, I'm gonna finish this up and those will just be for another dinner for leftovers. I've got this sweet honey barbecue sauce and dip that I'm going to put on top. You guys can use whatever kind of barbecue sauce you want, but I'm just going to slather some barbecue sauce on top of this, and then I'm going to broil it for about 3 minutes. Well, the top rack piece definitely turned out good. Look at that, it smells really good. And now my family is like, let's eat, please. All right, my favorite is definitely the chicken and rice. I love that. I've shared a couple other recipes having to do with chicken and rice, and that's just my favorite. My husband definitely prefers the spaghetti, and the ribs, I'm still gonna work on those. That was a good recipe, but I think I'm gonna try them a couple different times, and maybe if I find one that we just absolutely fall in love with, I will make sure to share it with you guys. So let me know your favorite thing to cook in the Instant Pot down below. I have a bunch of recipes coming up. I love my Instant Pot, like I said, but I am not true to just the Instant Pot. I also cook in my crock pot and my oven, sharing a lot of different recipes here on my channel. So if you are new, I would love for you to subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload if you don't want to miss any of my recipes. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.